Hello and welcome back to Meeples and Mysteries. Today we are going to be unboxing Kingdom Legacy Feudal Kingdom. Yeah, we are! Let's go! So, if you want to help support the channel, there's a Ko-Fi link below, there's also an Etsy store link below, and you can check those out. Moving on, there's also chapters and links below for everything, so let's start with this. So, Kingdom Legacy, actually my first Legacy game ever. I've never really been one to really want to try Legacy games. I understand they must be cool for the reason they are, but at the same time, I always had a problem with, thinking about that, destroying game components, customizing games. I'm not saying I'm correct in this assumption, but I always get that nervous feeling of what if I fuck up my game? What if I make a version of the game that's not the best version? And I know all of that doesn't really matter. Still, this one, for the price, for the whole concept, has always really made me curious and I really wanted to try it, and it's finally time. It's also really cool that it seems to be just like a campaign game with so many expansions, so much stuff, and it's so little, so unassuming. It looks really cool. And yeah, that's it. You've claimed the land, now let's get to work. There is a kingdom to build. So I guess this is going to be a quick one. This is just a deck of cards and I have no idea if I can even take a look at most of it. So stickers and rules. So video tutorials, always cool. Effect reference, at least they gave us the rules. They gave us the rules in the box. Is there like a warning? So I'm not sure how much of this is supposed to be a spoiler or not. I guess I'm going to open the cards and quickly show them without changing the order or anything at all. I don't see any like warning. I don't really see a warning about anything, so I guess we can just take a quick look at it. If you don't want spoilers, remember the golden rule. Don't stare too much. And I guess this is all, it's all easy opening. I mean, the box is crap quality, but for a box of this size, that's okay for me. It's okay for me, I swear. I'm not just being judgmental because of Terraforming Mars, because this is very much from Fryxgames. Anyway, let's take a look. The art looks awesome. I've heard that this is mostly AI, that there's no artist here, or maybe there is, but they used AI, and I'm all okay with it. The art really looks cool. Maybe it doesn't look super, how do you say, doesn't really look super, consistent. Yeah, it doesn't look that consistent. I mean, from real pictures to more comical ones, not comical, but more exaggerated drawings to, it looks weird, but it looks good, I like the colors, I like the, yeah, it's a bit weird, but looks cool. I want games to look good. That's mainly my thing, it's wanting games to look good. I prefer a game to look good than to look bad and say that there's an artist behind. Like, what's the point of getting an artist if it looks bad? And I know art is really subjective. There's some really classic games that, there's an artist in the cover and they did the cover and I just think it looks so bad, so ugly, so appalling that I'm almost ashamed of that, having it on the shelf. But I know, it's taste, it's subjective. It's just my personal taste. Okay, there's lots of stops. Okay, not stops because of spoilers, just stops overall. So remember, don't linger, don't look too much, don't read text, just quick unspoiler look. There's some crowns, some people. And I guess this is how you're going to build your kingdom. Some pretty evil looking dudes, some caverns, some stuff. Is that Sauron? Yeah, that's Sauron for sure. Tornadoes, now this one almost looks anime. Yeah, weird art, but cool. I was hoping just to look good. That's what I hope. If you're going to use AI, just make it look cool and right, don't. And at least color-wise, in terms of color palette, everything looks really bright and strong, and at least that's consistent, and that makes it... Jesus. That would be my worst complaint, that the art would not really match, or that the colors would be too different of a color palette. By the way, cards are double-sided, but we're not going to check that. This is probably already enough spoiler. Oh, Jack Sparrow. And this is one I'm really curious about. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it anytime soon, because probably a game that will have you playing it a lot, and probably better not to play with pauses. So I still have a couple of games to go through before I try that. Yeah, looks cool. Looks cool. I think I was expecting worse. This just looks really weird. This face, these people just look really weird. Yeah, maybe they could have hired an artist to do. I mean, Fryxgames just always rubs me as just really, I don't know. I'm sure that's... I mean, I can't go inside someone's head and know what they're thinking, and I'm sure that maybe it's not on purpose, but it just... Or it's not their mentality. They just want to make cheap games that everyone can afford. I understand that maybe that's what they intend to do, but overall it just looks like really petty, like... I don't know. You do see games of the same price with where they are proper artists and they give proper care to art and everything else. And even if they do use AI, they still have artists, they still have people, you know, just making it a bit cheaper and making the work a bit faster, but still doing work, still doing things correctly. And Fryxgames always comes across to me as they are just cheap, you know. They always say that they just do cheap things, that so games are cheap, but the truth is there are other games that do things better and are as cheap. Maybe because they... I'm not sure about this one, but they seem to always print their games in Europe, which obviously will drive costs up. But is that the correct way to do things, you know, instead of printing games in China? You know, you print in Europe and then you fuck artists and you fuck everything else. I'm not sure that's... It's not like you're doing good for the industry. Yeah, you're doing better for one part, but you're doing worse for another, and it's that really the way to go? I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's like it's impossible at this point to just beat China, so maybe instead of going against the current, and I'm sure they do it this way because it's cheaper for them. But yeah, still, can't wait to try this. That's it for this one. As always, to play more games, stay awesome. Let's go.